These are the best Bigfoot conversation from the Joe Rogan Experience Podcast. Starting with Joe Rogan Experience number 1314, where the guest explained why he thinks that Bigfoot are real.
You know who believes in Bigfoot?
Yeah.
You have a believer in the studio right now.
Who believes in Bigfoot? Do you really?
Yeah, absolutely. But you know why I believe in Bigfoot? Because of shit like mooses. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. If you see something, if you see a fucking species like a moose, you're like, my God, why would you not believe? Look at that shit.
Yeah.
At some point in life, somebody was trying to explain that to somebody else, and they're like, man, get the fuck out of here. Why don't you believe in Bigfoot?
Well, I actually did a television show where I went hunting for them.
You were going to do it
on Finding Bigfoot?
No. I did a show called Joe Rogan Questions Everything. We spent a whole week in the Pacific Northwest talking to Bigfoot hunters.
Yeah.
We camped out there. Me and Duncan Trussell went and interviewed scientists and interviewed all these different archaeologists, all these different people that didn't believe and did believe. It was a real animal at one point in time.
Yes, I don't think it exists now. I think it existed. It's just a primate in the fucking woods.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You don't think it existed?
Oh, I thought you believed that it exists now.
I did up to a certain point, but I was like, in this era with all of the cameras and everything else, somebody would have caught one.
On Joe Rogan MMA show number 15, Joe Rogan says he was convinced that Bigfoot was real.
Because once you adopt that idea and then you hang on to it, now you're fucked. Like Bigfoot, man. Bigfoot was a big one for me. I was convinced that
Really?
Bigfoot was real.
What's wrong with you? How long
Stupid.
ago was this?
A couple weeks
Not
ago.
when not when I'd known you.
Yeah, man. When I did this TV show, that's when I totally let it go. I'd kind of let it go before then, but Duncan and I actually went to the Pacific Northwest, and we went to hang out with like real Bigfoot experts that were searching for Bigfoot all the time.
When you say real Bigfoot experts, you mean con artists
No, it's not that.
Dumbasses.
The way I described them was unfuckable white dudes.
who have nothing to do.
They're just a bunch of fellows. We decided to call ourselves a rap band. We're gonna call ourselves UFWD, unfuckable white dudes.
And you didn't find anything
out there in the Pacific
You didn't find
Northwest.
shit.
We found camp spots, a lot of spent shells and beer cans laying around.
You're better than that, Joe.
No, this is what I found out. People want to believe in things. And once you want to believe in something, instead of looking at it objectively and going, well, I'm not sure, you like automatically go towards any information that would point to the fact that the thing is real, not to the whole body of information. Look, well, how crazy are these people? When you meet the people that believe in Bigfoot, the ones that have seen it, the ones that have claimed to have seen it, almost all of them were clearly lying.
And a little like out of it.
There was one
on
lady.
the spectrum.
Maybe. Yeah, but just some people are just liars. They can't help it. They make stories up to make themselves feel better. Like they just crazy. And you can't really say it to their face because you don't really know, but sometimes it just gets ridiculous. And this one lady was one of the only ones that didn't seem like that. This one lady was telling me a story about how she was going through the woods and she saw some big thing that was standing up and it was like 7 feet tall and it was moving through the woods. And she saw this thing, and she was like, oh, my God, it's an ape. And then she realized it was Bigfoot. And she saw it for a few steps, and then it was gone. At the time, I was fascinated. At the time, I was like, maybe she really did see it. But now I know for a fact, an absolute fact, that where she lived, there's a lot of black bears. And black bears will often walk on their hind legs. They'll walk like Bigfoot. They really do. There's many, 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 many videos. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I saw a bear walk for several steps, like 6, 7, maybe even 10 steps
on its hind
legs, roaring at another bear, and they were going to fight with each other, and they fought with each other standing up. They went after each other.
Dope.
On Joe Rogan Experience number 2011, Tony would share his possible encounter with Bigfoot.
On that show, I tell a joke about Bigfoot. I never saw Bigfoot, but when we were on training. You do these training where you go make maps and all this shit, and we heard him.
You heard Bigfoot?
Heard Bigfoot. Heard him.
What's it sound like?
I could still do that. He does that, but everything you see on them stupid TV shows, that happened. He threw a rock. All the animals started running, and the Marine. Because, he's the guy who knows where the markers are, but we didn't know where the markers were. He's the one who says, hey, we're out of perimeter. Have you guys ever heard of Bigfoot? Blah, 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 blah. He tells us. He was Native American, but he just said that. And
where were you guys? What state?
Like Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Where they do cold weather training.
Yeah,
and you have to make your own maps.
You sure they weren't fucking with you?
I'm pretty sure. Who threw that rock?
Somebody that was fucking with you.
No.
No?
Why you fuck with the animals too? All the animals ran too. Remember
Yeah.
how you said they know how to get away? All these fuckers they just did little